Welcome to the show, Bob.
Well, thank you. It's good to be back again, and I'm glad that you're showing individual initiative and fixing the problems like a good Marine. I'm getting a little echo.
Believe me, Mr. Chapman, we're knee deep over here. We're doing all of this at the same time. I promise you, we know about it.
Well, the problem is what you're knee deep in.
Well, at least it's not smelly yet.
That's good.
So, can you feed us in while I'm working with Larissa and Bobby on getting our chat rooms and everything else up, please, sir?
Sure, no problem. Well, today was another day in which the stock market went up, and I don't know why, because the news was awful, but that's not unusual nowadays. And you wonder when you see I'm trying to get my prices here. Here we go. You wonder when you see unemployment continuing to rise. I only wish every one of you would get an introductory copy to the International Forecaster. It's free, either by hard copy or by internet, because I have extraordinary amounts of information. Everything that you need to know is in the publication. And the reason I said that is I come up with some statistics today that are just absolutely mind-blowing. And I compare this to what's going on in the market as a result. You know, the market's supposed to go up when the earnings are going up and things are good. Well, earnings aren't going up overall, and unemployment is. And I'm looking at the statistics for the foreclosures, and 1/3 of mortgages are already underwater, and 3/8 more are close to a negative equity, and that's a total of 71%. And most everybody, well, let me put it this way, half the people in America have loans in their houses. About half are fully paid for. And so when you've got the other half that's not fully paid for, that has a mortgage, and 71% are either at or under negative equity, I mean, you've got a monstrous problem. I mean, the inventory overhang is enormous as it is. And so you get these things going on, and you say, well, you know, how can the market go up? And but it does. That's because it gets lots of help from Uncle Sam. So we had it up 71 points, and yesterday was up 48, and the day before it was up off 95. So I guess that kind of matches up. But anyway, the market is very overextended, and somewhere along here it's going to collapse. And when it does, if you're in there, you ain't going to like it very much. We have gold and silver shares that we recommend, but other than that, I'd be out of everything. And that's going to affect pensions and profit-sharing plans and cash value insurance policies and annuities, because most of them are invested in stocks. By law, mutual insurance companies have bonds in their portfolios for annuities and for cash value policies for life insurance. So they won't be banged around as much. But when the market fell early in the year, up until about the 9th of March, from the previous fall, which was about maybe 6 months, the average retirement plan dropped around 40%, and there were a lot of them that dropped 50%. And so you probably will see that again. And of course, to me, the only safe place to hide with money is in the gold and silver related assets. That's either coins or shares. And if anybody wants any questions answered on that particular area, well, I'll be glad to help them. And we answer everybody, whether they're subscribers or not, particularly on this program. But anyway, that's what was going on today. And the dollar was weaker again. And that's something a lot of you are interested in because you're overseas on assignment. And as you know, at 89.5, I told everybody to get out of the dollar and short it, which means your bet it goes down. And lo and behold, it just hit a new low today. And if I can find it here, it was. I can't read my own writing. This is.
Oh,
this
well,
is
that's
what
all
happened.
right. I can't read mine either. So.
Oh, here we go. It was 70. Isn't this something? All right, 72.87 off 9, and that's a breakdown. And a new low, I should say, not a breakdown. That figure's not right. It's got to be 78 something. Hold on a second here. What am I reading here? Anyway, I'll find it. I'll give it to you later. Go ahead, Drew.
I'm still waiting on at least the Yahoo bridge is trying to come up from my computer, and I just got it up. We're still waiting on Skype. The Skype bridge is now up, and I've got a couple of messages from the girls. They're up, and they're saying that there was what happened at the beginning of the show. That we didn't have anything. We had to reboot our computers. Nobody's fault out there, ladies and gentlemen. The power went out here at my office just as the music was starting, and all of a sudden I got nothing, and then all of a sudden there was no communication whatsoever. The phone lines went dead, everything went dead, and I had to get back on an emergency hookup to Larissa, who was kind enough, and she's been standing by to get everything going, and we're just getting the show off the ground today. This is one of those attack days where they don't. Obviously, Mr. Chapman's got something out there that he needs to bring out because they don't want him to talk to you guys in the military. And there are some questions that I had already that were set up by people around the world, and I've lost those because they were on another computer, Mr. Chapman, and I apologize. I should have memorized them or at least printed them out.
They can come back with the questions again, or you may be able to retrieve them for next week, and most of them are not time sensitive. Incidentally, I found the USDX index at 78.36, down 14, which is a new recent low, and it's not good. And I expect that the U.S. government will spend hundreds of billions of dollars trying to defend 78 when it gets there, probably in the next couple of days, to keep it from going through there, because if it goes down through 78, it'll probably free fall, and it'll get down to 71.18 and test it. So that's where this whole thing is headed. Just thought I'd let you know that.
And there was a question that came in today about the deficit estimate is to be trimmed to something like a 1.5 trillion. It was from one of the Marines over that's reporting out of London that the newspapers over there were saying that the United States government, the Treasury Department, was saying that their debt was going to be reduced for some reason to 1.5 trillion. And he wanted to ask you specifically that with all this debt amongst all the countries of the world, if I'm paraphrasing what he had to say, if all these countries around the world have all this debt amongst themselves, why don't they just negate their debts? That's what's owed here and what's owed there. Maybe some people in Germany owe the United States money, and the UK owes the United States money, but the United States owes China money, but China owes the UK and Germany money. Why don't they just offset everything?
They usually do that, and they usually balance their books up, and they usually pay in local currency. Like if the United States had a deficit of, say, $5 billion in pounds, with the UK, then they would pay them in pounds normally if they have them, and so that's normally done. And they don't exchange hands. These are all bookkeeping entries, and so that's how they do that. But the deficit being reduced from 1.82 to 1.5, I'm sure that we're going to get smoke and mirrors. Either that, or they're going to pass the medical health reform bill and take all the seniors and euphemize them.